Good day and welcome to Chess Corner. In today's game, we have a game from Norway Chess still, and in this game, we're gonna have a game from Grandmaster Pragg against Grandmaster Magnus Carlsen, still in Norway Chess. Well, let's get right into it and let's see what happened to their game. So here, Pragg playing white opens up with e4. We have c5, knight f3, and then e6. So we have Sicilian defense on the board. Now we have d4, capture, knight takes d4, a6, and now we have bishop to d3. We have queen c7, castle, and now knight to f6. Queen e2, d6, and now c4. We have knight bd7, knight c3, and now knight to e5. So putting pressure on this bishop on d3, as well as attacking this pawn on c4. So in this position, you really need to give up the bishop. So here we have h3 only, and now b6, with the idea of probably bishop b7, putting pressure on this pawn on e4. So now we have f4, attacking the knight. And in this position, basically you have several options. Of course, you can capture the bishop, you can retreat the knight. But in this position, it will be best to just capture the bishop because that bishop is actually pointing at the king's direction. So we have capture, and now bishop to b7. We have f5 now, so Pragg don't want to waste any time. He decided to basically launch an attack towards the king. But now we have queen to d7. As per computer evaluation, not the best continuation here. The suggestion is just to go e5. So we have queen d7 anyway, and now bishop to g5. We have bishop e7, and now rook to d1. So right now, white has slight advantage because first off, white had castle already, and right now the black king still in the middle. Um, all the pieces of white are actually active in this position, and actually the pawn on f5 is also advanced already on f5. So in this position we have rook c8 first by Magnus, and now queen to e2. Now e5, so attacking the knight, we have capture, recapture, and now knight to c2. So this will be like a bishop or bishops against a knight in this game battle because right now the position is still close. I mean, it's not that open. The bishop, the dark square bishop, is not doing much in this position. This bishop is actually on b7 is not really in a good position as well because right now it's only pointing at the e4. The pawn on d6 is kind of weak in this position. It's actually a backward pawn. So here we have queen to c6 by Magnus, so putting pressure on this pawn on e4. But now we have knight e3 and now bishop to g5. So the idea is to capture with the queen, and then queen takes c4. Black will win like a pawn, but not exactly because let's say for example bishop takes, queen takes c4, but you know rook d6 is also possible here. So here we have king to h1, we have capture, and now capture. f6 was played, and now in this position we have b3 only, so protecting the pawn on c4, and then we have b5 only by Magnus, which is a good move. If you're gonna capture, then queen takes c3 would be winning for black. So we have knight d5 first, an excellent move in this position. Well, in this position, if you're gonna capture, queen takes c4, knight b6 would be possible, and it should be winning for white. So we have queen c5, and now queen to f3, not allowing the exchange. So after queen f3, we have capture, and now check. So we have king to f8, and now rook to f3. So we have capture, recapture with a rook, and now queen to um, b6. So we have capture on c4, and now rook takes c4. And now if we're gonna take a look at the position, let's evaluate the position first. So if we're gonna take a look at material, basically black is winning. However, the main problem here is the position of the king, because right now the king can't go anywhere. I mean, he can go g8, but that's gonna be a bad move. For white's king, it is actually safer because after king h2, then there will be no check anymore. And right now the b file is actually a potential target. There will be a possibility of rook b3, and there will be a check on b8. So here we have rook b3. That's what happened on the game. So in this position we have rook b4 rather. So we have rook to d3 first, and now capture, and now recapture. And now if you're gonna take a look at the position, the only idea for white is to basically check on b8, and it should be winning. So we have queen c7 not allowing the check on b8, but now queen to d1 is actually a good move here, because if you're gonna take a look at the position, right now the king's still in the middle, and you can't go f7 because there will be a check on d5, and then rook b7, and it should be completely winning for white. So here Magnus decided to play g6, but now queen b1, there will be a check, and if the king goes up, and then rook b7 should be winning. So here we have queen c5, but now rook to b7. So the dream of every rook is to go on the 7th or on the 2nd rank. And if you're gonna take a look, this is very strong rook right now. The king is not going anywhere, so basically you just need to add additional attacker, which is the queen in this position. So we have capture, but now king to h2 first. We have rook to g8, but now this is actually too late because we have this queen to b3 first, with the idea of delivering checkmate in 1 on f7. So here we have d5. Still Magnus found the best defense, or the only defense in the position, but this is too late because of this rook takes h7. So the threat now is queen to b8, and it should be winning. Well, if you want to put a stop on this, you can try maybe queen to d6, but now still this is completely winning. You just need to go queen b7, and you won't be able to defend this f7 square. If you want to continue, maybe rook takes d2 to prolong the game, but after king takes d2, there will be no check anymore, and it should be winning. We can go queen e6, but now it's queen g7, so king to e8, and there will be a check on h8, and it's a checkmate. I mean, you can cover, but still, after capture, it should be winning. Well, that's our game for today. This is actually the first time Pragg beat Magnus on a classical game. Congrats to Pragg, and for sure Magnus will bounce back. Well, that's our game for today. I hope you like it. Please consider subscribing, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching Chess Corner.